me to tell you what I saw tonight, bro?
What's that?
I watched this video that, and it was inspirational. It's a basketball player with one arm, right? You seen him?
He fire.
He was fire. But let me tell you what wasn't fire, though. If I was the opposing team's coach, I would have lost my job, brother. Let me tell you why I would have went off. I would have went the fuck off on these kids. Like, no holds barred, Bobby Knight, choking, throwing chairs, go off, though. Why were they falling for the hezzy? Like, it's a lot of moves that he might have in his arsenal, but the crossover ain't one. Where was he going? He has one arm, brother. Everybody who fell for the hezzy off my team.
You talking about that?
Yes. Where is he going?
Listen,
he has one arm.
They say what the thing about him though, bro. I will say this. They say that everybody tries to force him to one side. They've tried to trap him, and they said there's nothing they can do. And then I watch videos of this dude, bro. Yes. It's just something about you watching somebody with
it's nice. But
it's like you stand
on his no arm side.
No,
he doesn't have a choice.
Listen, they done pressured. Listen, they got videos of them trying to trap this man on that side, bro. Right. It's I don't know what the fuck he be doing, bro, but he gets out of it every time.
He on shrooms.
Man, I don't know what.
There's no way possible, brother. Anybody, what are you falling for? Why are you even looking that way?
And on top of that, I think he big as hell too.
No,
I think he tall as hell.
I think he's amazing, and what he is doing is inspirational. I just have a problem with the people guarding him. I have no issue with that young man himself. That is dope. But
you know how I would feel about my son if he got cooked by him?
Yeah, he need to find something new though. Every time my son asks me for like new basketball money for registration, I'll be like, for what?
Yeah, you couldn't even go on him.
You thought a nigga with one arm was about to cross you over. He had nowhere to go. That's literally a requirement for a crossover. I don't think they have like a crossover requirement sheet, but if they did, 2 hands would be on the sheet though, I would think.
I would like to agree with you, bro,
yeah.
But he's something different.
No, he is fine. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the people. Like his jumper's legit, which is dope. You only need one hand to shoot a jumper. His dunking, his defense, all that's legit.
No, but what I'm saying, what I'm saying is that, bro, they can't stop him from doing nothing. This shit is wild as fuck. I'm watching it because I said the same thing you said when I first seen it. I said, bro, just force him left.
Brother, that's
what he gonna do? And then I start watching the videos, bro, and these folks falling on the ground and shit, man. This man, he did a crossover with one hand. I don't know how the fuck he got over there to it. But
he didn't do a crossover.
He did, bro.
That's like a nigga putting a quarter in his hand and saying, guess which hand? And he has one hand.
Man, listen, man.
He
David Blaine, man.
No,
David Blaine, brother. That's all I can say.
Listen, if you could do that, you cold though. Like if you got one arm and you be like, guess which hand? And you still with me, I'd be like, you the go.
That's him.
I quit.
That's him. He like that, bro. Guess what's hand? And you like, bro, I know. Yeah. I bet whatever. I know I got this like the nigga with the ball on the thing.
I couldn't lose.
And you see exactly. Like I'd have had a motherfucker do me like this, bro. This how slick he got me. He turning the tray and shit. You know they let you win the first few times.
Right.
Guess which one? Guess which one? I'm like, that one. Bet. My dumb ass. I already like I'm like,
you know it's a
I'm gonna beat the hustle. Y'all already know you hustling. He flipped the shit right. Boom, 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 boom. Now mind you, bro, he done fucked around and left the cap kind of tilted a little bit on the ball.
Right.
So I'm looking at the ball as I'm going. Don't turn my head. I'm looking at the ball. I go in my pocket, keep my eye on the ball, get this man $200 and point at the cap with the goddamn ball under it, brother. And the man goddamn do something and the ball ain't under there.
It's a trick, but he show you the one where the ball at when it's all said.
Yes, bro. It was on the other side. Mm-hmm. But I'm watching the shit hiked up on the goddamn thing like this, so I can see the ball.
Right.
So when I give him my money, he say he lift the shit up and it ain't there. I don't know what the fuck he did, bro. Yeah.
It's some kind of. I mean, it's.
I found out the whole time the ball don't never be on the goddamn board. They put it where they want to put it.
What you mean?
They take the ball off the board altogether. So when you guess a cap, it's not under none of them.
And then they put
the sleight of hand when he lift the cap, he put the ball down where he picked the cap up from.
Oh, okay.
He had a ball in his hand the whole time.
You point to the one that you think it is. That's the one you looking at. Mm-hmm. So you saying he got some way of picking it up and sliding the ball under.
He have it in his hand the whole time. He take it off the board altogether.
Right.
So when you picking one,
he already has it.
He done took it off the board.
Yeah.
So no matter what cap you pull, you ain't got a chance of winning.
Well, one thing I know, he need 2 hands to pull that off. That's what I know. That's a requirement for that trick too. But shout out to that young man. That was inspiration. I just had a problem with the kids. Here's one thing you need one hand for: a shot. All you need is one hand. Did you take yours already?
I don't even know. I got a couple.
Savage. Cheers. There go your shot right there, man. After the night like we had, thanks to Joel Embiid, tequila.
I'm drinking Douce, man. I can't.
It's just a tequila shot. It ain't like a. Man, come on, man.
Come on, man. I got weed.
You got the camera on me, man. You gonna bash me in front of all these people?
I can't do that, bro. You be trying to do this to me
all
the time,
these people, you gonna bash me in front of
I got to drive in the morning, man. You're not doing this to me tonight. No peer pressure.
All right.
I need a lighter, though. Anyone here got a lighter?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
I got my purse right here.
We're going to the
okay.
You got such a radio voice. Like, you the first voice that I hear coming through my headphones. Like, and it's like I feel like you should do like I don't know, like what do they call that shit when you read something? What do they call that shit? Like a audiobook?
Audiobook.
Yeah. I feel like you should read something. Like, I listen to you read.
Thank you. I've always wanted to do a podcast.
You definitely got a voice for it.
Have my voice heard.
But we're going to see how these opinions roll on Anxiety Issues Podcast. So let me bring us in. You should know what you're watching by now if you are tuned in. This is the Anxiety Issues Podcast. I am your host, Adam 12 Taylor, in here with my brother Boneface of Boneface Inc., who is the co-host on this show with me. And we got a special guest here. I'll let you introduce since it's your guest. Tell us who we got.
I'm going to let her introduce herself.
All right.
I'm
Myself?
terrible. Mm-hmm. You got to introduce yourself.
My name is Harley.
Okay.
Harley, and this is my first time on a podcast.
Right. And you said this means a lot to you because you've had dreams and aspirations. Is it just doing radio or doing podcasts or?
Just being heard.
Okay, cool.
Just in general. I mean, I've always wanted to do a podcast and have my own podcast because it's exactly what you guys are doing. I just wanted people to be themselves and talk about different topics. And
we desperately need a mediator, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know how Skip and Shannon got
like a moderator for the thing.
Somebody to just make sure we on point, make sure we talk about the right shit, and then to have a third opinion when we going back and forth. We can say, "What do you think?" You feel me? And then you can be like, "Yeah, 12 wrong as usual." You can tell me what you can tell them where you're wrong at, and tell me where I'm right at.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're a bartender, so you can stop me from pouring all these nasty drinks. I think people are offended by my tequila and
you ain't good at never pouring shots.
That's it though.
No, you were great.
I don't pour good drinks.
That was great.
I just pour strong drinks. I always drink. Like, I don't understand people who drink to be social. Like, I drink for a feeling. Like, I'm trying to get drunk when I drink. So, just me personally. But today's topic is what do we decide we're going with? What should a woman bring to the table?
Yeah.
Gee.
And I know. And then now you're the only woman on here. We had another guest, and her sitter couldn't make it tonight, so she obviously canceled. So I didn't want you to bear that burden all by yourself. But I think you got it under control. We'll see, because we're gonna be
jump your ass.
Yeah. People gonna say like we being chauvinistic. And
we finna jump her ass. Like what they say in the hood. Ain't no one-on-one phase.
Ain't no one-on-one phase.
Jump your ass. We had some help for you, but they ain't here, so we gonna jump you.
And like I told you off camera, and I'm just saying this not for you again, but for people watching. It's one of those podcasts where anytime you want to interject, anytime you want to say anything, anytime you feel like disagreeing, like, please say your opinion. Don't feel obligated to agree or disagree if we, you know what I mean? So what should a woman bring to the table, Mr. Boneface? Since I think you have a different perspective on relationships in general, what do you think a woman should bring to the table?
All right, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, and I'll elaborate deeper later. I'll just let it go around. But nothing. I feel like a woman shouldn't bring anything to the. Let me finish.
Don't say nothing.
Yeah, I don't feel like a woman should bring anything to the table. I feel like a man should set the table, and I feel like a woman should be able to multiply or make better whatever you have. Like I don't like in a relationship with me, I don't require a woman to do anything, but be somebody that if I bring you, if I say, babe, take these $100,000. You feel me?
Right.
I expect you to be able to make shit multiply, make shit better. I give you a house, you make it a home. You feel me?
Right.
I give you a few dollars, you make it more. I give you feel me? That's just the way it is. I just feel like a woman is there to make better everything that a man does, to make you better. You feel me? So I don't really feel like they should bring anything to the table, like from a standard of you know how when people think about bring to the table, they think financial or those things. I don't feel like they should bring any of that. That don't mean you shouldn't bring anything as a person.
But and that's what I was going to ask you. I just wanted you to finish that. But bringing to the table don't have to be a tangible object. So when you say nothing, a lot of people who are watching the podcast going to take
let me rephrase that. Then I think a woman should bring ambition, support, I think a woman should bring peace, nourishment. She should be able to nurture, and I feel like she should be able to.
You got to put those in order, though. You got to put those in order.
I got to put them in order.
Why?
Of importance.
Why?
Order of importance.
Okay,
because there's certain things that there's certain things that you may not bring to the table initially. There's certain things that you may need to work on. But as a man, what do you feel like is the most important? Because there are things
Peace.
that are deal breakers for
peace.
people.
I think peace is the most important thing. Just because when you are a provider and you're out in the world doing shit, the last thing you need is to come home to a place that's not peaceful, or to come home to somebody that doesn't make you feel, you know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it, I can go out and fight a 12-round fight, and if I come home to somebody that appreciates that and cheers me on and makes me feel good about that, I'm ready to go fight again tomorrow.
Fight worth it.
You feel me? I didn't make the fight worth it. It gave me something to fight for. But if I go out and fight a 12-round fight and I come home and I got to fight another 6 rounds, like, what the fuck am I doing here? Right. You feel me? Like, what am I fighting for? So I just feel like a woman brings all of the things that you can't buy to the table. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like all of the emotional things that a man needs to balance them out. So that's why I say it from a what's the word I'm looking for? From the standpoint of just like society, we always bring to the table, we think physical things. That's why I said nothing. But as far as like just all the way around the board, I just feel like a woman is all the things that a man doesn't have.
Your right hand man, woman.
So let me ask you something, Harley. I'm gonna ask you this question in like a 2-part question. So, do you agree with him as far as all of the non-tangible things that a woman should bring to the table? Peace, nourishment, understanding, those things. Do you agree with that passion, list of things?
Yeah,
I do. Most definitely. I think that a woman should bring to the table everything that he addressed, but also when you say nourishing, there's more than nourishing. We can, have a kid. I mean, women are naturally nourishing, so we have...
Which I feel they're rejecting these days.
Which I feel like they're rejecting these days because now society is like, oh, I like to be toxic, or I want a toxic man, a toxic woman. It's not like, oh, yeah, like good relationships aren't a thing nowadays. And women are believing that because of society and like what all is on the internet and social media, it plays into a big factor, a role. But yeah, I agree with everything that he's saying.
This is why I asked that. I wanted to know this. Do you feel like that if a woman starts to bring more tangible things to the table, like income, let's say a woman has her own money, she comes to the table with a good income or a great job, or just, she comes from money, whatever, right? Do you think she's able to bring less non-tangible things now because now she brings income?
No.
So let's say she adds to the table. Do you feel like as a woman, like, okay, right, now that I'm adding to the tangible table, is that less... Okay, for instance, like if I'm working a full-time job and my woman also works a full-time job, right? Should it be a part of my burden to share some of the nourishment, to share some of the things that the woman would bring to the table? Because she is also working a full-time job, just like I'm working a full-time job. She's fighting that 12-round battle like I'm fighting that 12-round battle, right? So do we have to compromise now on the non-tangible objects?
I say no, and I say this because of that. I say that because of this. I feel like when women bring those tangible things to the table, a lot of times if you're a man that can provide, you don't give a fuck about that shit for the most part. Right. And even if you can't provide, that shit kind of really still don't mean a whole lot to you, because there's certain things that it's like what all that really matters is what you're supposed to bring to the table. Everything else is extra. You feel me? So if I told you to bring motherfucking forks and you brought spoons and a bunch of other shit, like, I asked for forks. Like, I need forks. I feel you. I thank you for all that other shit, but none of that is worth a fuck if I ain't got no forks. Right. So that's how I work, because at the end of the day, even if I'm a man that like I like to cook, right? And what most people would say, that's something that a woman would do in a relationship. But I like to cook. I might cook more than my woman cooks. Right. You feel me? But just because I cook all the time, if a motherfucker run up on us with a pistol in the standoff, is she supposed to take some of the tough role? I still got to fucking die. I got to still jump in front of the bullet too, because that's my job at the end of the day. So it's just like, I can't say, all right, because I cook, you could have jumped in front of that bullet. Right. No, motherfucker, the cooking is extra. That's your job to jump in front of that fucking bullet.
But as a woman,
as a partner,
do you feel like if I bring more money to the table, the less of the other, I don't even know what how to even put those things in the category. I just call them non-tangible things. Like, do you feel like the less she should bring in that aspect? Should I meet her on some of those levels, whether it's cooking, cleaning, the romance? I should meet her in the middle on those things?
Yes. We all have love languages, you know, and if those aren't meant, then you should express that. Right. So I feel like if I'm throwing out the trash every day, okay, can you throw out the trash on Wednesday when the trash man comes, please, before you wake up and go to work?
Right. But I would view that as a man's job.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, it's the little things that matter the most. Like, you know, if I'm bringing in a certain amount of income, of course, if my man's not bringing in income, I'm still going to support him and his aspirations and, you know, be there for him as a woman. But I would like him to at least try, you know, at least show that he's trying to get a job. Yeah. Or maybe, you know, my baby needs to get up and get ready for school and I'm trying to get ready for work. I need you to meet me halfway and help me, you know, so meet me halfway. Yeah. That's how I feel.
I want to ask you a question. I want you to tell me if you agree. So like in the situation where there is a woman, she's Oprah per se, you feel me? And I'm Stedman, right? And she takes care of everything. So it's almost like my job is the man side of shit. So, but she's like the provider. I don't think, do you agree with this? I feel like if that is the case, because there's like, we all fall on hard times and we have situations to where sometimes the woman does have to be the breadwinner. But I feel like in the midst of that, we should always be striving to flip the roles back to the way they should be. I should be trying to reposition myself to be a provider. You feel me? So that way you don't have to go so much out of your way to do what's natural for you to do in the relationship, so I can get back to doing what's natural for me in the relationship. Because it's not natural. I don't think it's natural in a relationship for a man to sit around and allow a woman to take care of him. You feel me? From a financial standpoint. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, if that's the case, I should be working to flip the roles to put myself back in position.
Meeting her halfway, you know, like meeting her all the way.
Because it's like, because when women do have power, we talk about all the time, when women have power and money, it feels like they feel like they have to do less of the intangible things. I don't have to fucking rub your back. I don't have to encourage you. I don't have to do most women in those situations. And it makes sense because, like, motherfucker, I'm already taking care of your bum ass, and you want me to do all the shit a woman would do too. Right. So that relationship is always gonna have an awkward dynamic because it's not the natural roles aren't in place. It's so like,
what is the specific question you got? You want to see if I agree with? Should I?
No, that if that is the situation to where a woman is taking care of a man, that man should be working to flip that situation to the natural role.
Oh, okay. I was gonna answer your question with a question. Where your mama stay?
Is she written?
Yeah, is she written? Man, listen, y'all gotta go back to old podcasts. I understand why that's fucking hilarious. But nah, all jokes aside, the reason that man gonna be mad at me again.
Oh shit!
But the reason why I ask you like that is because this is what I think happens a lot of times. Whenever there's a group of people being oppressed, you understand? The people who are doing the oppressing, you feel me? They set the standard. For instance, I think that the reason why black people think that everything white people do is of quality, like for instance, whenever we want something, we dictate it off of what they say is valuable. Like for instance, if I start a clothing brand and I say my sweatshirts cost $50, other niggas wouldn't want to fuck with that. That's too high, right? But if a white person say Louboutins cost $3,000 and we all say that's a value, then when a black person gets some money, that's the first thing we run into, right? If they create a neighborhood, that's a nice neighborhood. When we get some money, those are our standards of value now. You feel me? Because we want what you have. You understand? So I do agree, for years, women were also oppressed. You understand? Men did not give them a voice. You know what I'm talking about? It was unfair to them. They didn't have a say-so. They didn't have an opinion in the household, right? So now that we got this big fight for equality, what happens is now I feel like women have set their value according to their oppressors, which were men. Now you want all the shit that men have. Now you want the career. Now you want the money. Now you want the burden. You want to be a boss bitch, right? That's the standard now. But what happens is that takes you so far out of your gender role. Women should have always had a voice. Women should have always had a say. In fact, I tell people all the time.
They should have the biggest say.
Exactly.
And the biggest voice.
Definitely.
Right. I say all the time, a woman is completion. That is the most important role to life. For a man, I could have every fucking thing I dreamed of. If I don't got a woman to share it with, or a woman to say, damn, that's dope, damn, that's nice, or women gawking over me, it don't mean shit.
That's what I meant earlier when I was talking about all the things that money can't buy.
Right.
Like, that's what a woman should bring to the table.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, and I was saying that I feel like a lot of times now there's this fight for woman's equality, rightfully so.
Right.
But when you fight for something for so long, I feel like the baton gets passed to so many different generations. Because a fight that deep takes generations, right?
Right.
So what black people initially started fighting for, right? After generations, whoever started this fight, it done got so far off that we so far off from what the original people started it for, right? And I feel like it's no different from women. Whatever their initial fight was in the household, whatever their initial fight was to, to have a say-so, to have rights, because all of that shit was right. They done passed it off to so many generations, and now it's so far off from what it initially
motherfuckers don't even know what they're fighting for. No
right, because you don't even know what those women enjoyed about their role. They wasn't all miserable. You feel me? A lot of them enjoyed taking care of their man. A lot of them enjoyed taking care of their homes. They felt important. They didn't want to go have the man's role. They just wanted a better role for themselves. You feel me?
Right.
But now it's to the point where like, no, it's just strict equality. You have, I have.
Right. Or for their roles to be appreciated or looked at as important.
Right.
Right. Because I don't think they wanted the roles to change. They just wanted how the roles were viewed and how they were valued to change.
Right.
Because a woman never wanted to stop being a woman. She just wanted to be appreciated for being a woman.
But over decades and decades, you keep handing that baton off, and the next person will take it to their agenda, and now they're fighting what you see what I'm saying? So, and like I said, I asked it for that reason, because when women do make a certain amount of money, when you say bring to the table, that's really what people initially think of, finances, right? I've never seen a woman who I've never heard of, I've never seen. I know there's an anomaly out there somewhere, but the more she brings to the table, the harder it is for her to be in her gender role. Rich women have a hard time finding love in successful relationships. Not that relationships are easy, period. You understand? But it's hard for you to be a boss everywhere and then log that off at home. You understand what I'm saying? The more money you have in the society that we set up, it's less, I don't need this, I don't have to take that, I don't have to deal with it, I'm a boss. I don't
You're
need
absolutely
that.
right. You're absolutely right.
The money on top of the easy access to everything. Like there was a time where people didn't have so much access to shit. So it was a lot easier for you to stick with something. You have so many options. But it's like a motherfucker, you can say something motherfucker don't like, they go right on their phone, bro. And they got a whole world of other motherfuckers they can reach out to to make it to where like it's a lot easier to not apologize when you got other shit to do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
When you hear the word submission, Haley. What?
Haley.
I said Haley. What did I say?
You said Haley.
It's Harley.
Harley?
Yes.
I'm drunk. I'm sorry.
Or he's on shrooms.
Harley. No, listen. If I was on shrooms, it would be Harley. Excuse me.
Harley.
Whenever you hear the word submission, what comes to mind? Just in general, what comes? Is it negative, positive?
I mean, it's a mixture.
Right.
I mean, I like a man to be, submission.
But it's a tough word on this show, boy.
Yeah.
But I understand.
We are yet to get oh, it's boom, 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 boom. It's always ooh.
But that's okay. Yeah. Like I said, if it don't worry about what people think or what if it's negative to you, like let it be a negative. You know what I mean?
Define.
And that's what I'm asking you. When you hear submission, what does that define to you? When you hear relationships and submission for a woman, right?
What does that look like?
Yeah, what does that look like to you? Like, is it put it this way. Are you okay with being submissive in a relationship? Do you feel like a woman should be submissive in a relationship?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like, when a woman first meets a man, I don't feel like she shouldn't be submissive. I feel like, you should still have your guard up.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yes. Submissive. I feel like a man should be submissive as well, though. I feel like you should both have. Damn.
You want some help?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that I'm gonna say what I think you're trying to say, and I want you to tell me if I'm wrong. But I think what she's trying to say is that each party should be submissive to their natural roles.
Yeah.
You feel me? Almost like for in our society, it's like looked at as soft to be weak for your woman,
right?
Or to have a soft spot for your woman, or to give in to your woman. You feel me? But for a man, that is a natural thing. You feel what I'm saying? But we've made it an unnatural thing. So in order to for that to work how it's supposed to work, you have to submit to that. You have to be submissive in certain fashions too. I do agree with that. But for a woman, I think once you, like we talked about this before, when I say once you choose a partner, you decide that, all right, this one I'm gonna fuck with, you gotta let go. And I think submission comes naturally in that thing. But I just think when women hear that word nowadays, they think about slavery or a motherfucker cracking the whip or a motherfucker telling them wash dishes or clean up, when they don't necessarily mean that. It just kind of means like submit to your gender roles, like submit to, like, let go, be okay with being vulnerable.
Right, and also put your pride to the side.
Yeah.
Pride is a spiritual.
Pride is a spiritual killer.
It is. And I think that you should definitely be submissive, but also balance it out. Because nobody wants, not nobody, a lot of women might disagree with me, but, nobody wants a woman that can't set her pride aside. Like, you have a lot, we all as human beings have a lot of pride, but you have to balance it with being submissive as well, but also being vulnerable. Being vulnerable is a beautiful thing.
Right. But I also think, I want to say, I don't know if I'm going to say this wrong, but I want to say that, like, pride ain't really got much to do with submission, because once you meet somebody worthy of submitting to, that you don't feel like you're swallowing your pride or putting your pride aside to some shit that you want to do.
I can't agree.
It should be that way.
It should be that way.
People develop develop a concept about submission even before they have a person. Think about that. It's people who know how they feel about submission
before they meet somebody. Right.
It's single people talking about, I want to submit, but you ain't got nobody to submit to. Who you talking about?
How you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So whoever you get, I've already decided how I'm going to handle this particular portion of my relationship, right? So, and you said men should submit too, and I disagree with that person. But I'm big on words, though. You understand? I feel like men should delegate. You understand? If I'm a good leader, which a lot of men aren't, especially nowadays. I had to come to terms with that myself, that I need to learn to be a better leader for a woman to completely trust me. And I learned that by looking at some of my past relationships. If I was the leader that I thought I was, it would have led me away from said woman that I was with.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
if I was the man that I thought I was, I wouldn't be with the person that I was currently with. You feel me? So I had to understand that some of the flaws in that relationship was just me not understanding that this wasn't for either of us. You understand? So as a man, you should delegate. That's what any good leader is supposed to do. You understand? When you meet a woman, you know what your woman is better at than you are.
Right.
You know the things that she brings to the table that you can never bring to the table, right? And as a leader, you're supposed to let her have those things. So when issues come up, it's not even for us to debate. No, that's her thing. You can come right to me and I'll be like, nah, that's for my bae. What we doing? Whether it's with the house, whether it's if you better with money than I am, or like what's the budget, or you want to buy that new car? And I ask her, like, if bae say we can buy that car, cool. If we can't, we can't, because she better with the money than I am.
Right.
A little deeper into the relationship, yes.
Right. And but I think that still kind of falls into the line, like delegate. And then when you broke it down, that's still a form of submission in a sense too, because you're submitting to understanding, like you're giving in to something. Like I know, like, all right, I know she's supposed to handle that. I know I can, but it's not for me to do. That's her job.
But submission is when both thought processes are equally as strong. Somebody has to step down.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So if I've already delegated it to you, there is no, I don't feel like my opinion is with yours. I feel like you're better at this than me.
Right.
So I'm not, it's nothing for me to submit to.
But also there are sometimes you fall into place too, to where like I've been better at some shit that she should have been better at in her gender role. Right. You feel me? But it's just like I still like that's still your thing. Like I'm still gonna give you that. Right.
But that's just something that you chose to delegate to. But you shouldn't I don't view that as submission, because there's going to be a point women dwell in emotion, men supposed to
very much so.
Right, dwell in facts, right, ration.
I want to know the real motherfucker. Go ahead. While you,
Right,
I'm gonna give you the real definition of submission.
All right, so
Thank you.
women dwell in emotion, men dwell in facts. You understand? So there's going to be a time where your woman is emotionally as strong as your facts.
Very true.
And I feel like she should understand, like, babe, just let me get this one though. I feel you, not
Very
no
true.
disrespect, no whatever, but trust me, I got this one. You know what I mean? No emotion behind it. I'm just dealing on facts.
Very
only.
true, very
so
true.
when I think of submission, I think of two people who are as strong on a particular issue, and somebody has to give in. You understand what I'm saying? So I do feel like that man, and maybe that's prehistoric or ancient times. I just do feel like that man should have that leadership role. But men, excuse me, the fucking weed. Men should also be better leaders nowadays, and I had to come to terms with that myself also. So I'm not being critical of women. A lot of y'all shouldn't follow motherfuckers like me, or you feel me. I'm having to become a stronger leader so I can look a woman in the eye and be like, you can trust me at all times. When I say submit, I got this for real, for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a lot of us being shitty leaders is because we had shitty leaders, and at some point somebody got to flip this shit.
But same for women though.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
yeah, we all like victims of fucking.
Yeah.
You feel me? Our culture.
Right.
You feel me? Like,
Sure.
yeah, so, but the real definition of submission is the action or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force or the will or authority of another person.
In quotations, sit the fuck down.
Yeah, accepting or yielding to a superior
Let me
force.
stop joking, because people think.
And I
But
think
that's a rough definition.
that is a
sound
rough
rough
definition.
though.
Yeah, you
I'm a
like,
superior
I'm in
force.
action of the act of accepting or yielding to a superior force.
Try that
To
next
tell a woman that you are a superior force.
I'm gonna try that next time I'm in a
Yeah.
all right.
relationship. I'm
So
like, I'm a superior.
what I said back then, I don't believe that.
That a man is a superior force.
I mean, I do.
It's okay to not think that. That's an arrogant statement.
To an extent, but at the same time, you know, like I said, like you said, like there are times that a woman is better than this, than that, than a man would be, you know. So you're like, I'm gonna let you have that,
And that's
you
why
know?
I say we all have to submit. That's why I do, because in certain areas we are a superior force.
Listen,
And in
I would
certain
say let's
And
not.
that we are.
But wait a minute, let's not.
But
no,
in
no,
certain
no.
areas,
No,
in
let's-
certain areas, they are a superior force too.
Right,
Nah, we can't do that, though.
Most
Yeah,
definitely.
we're not
Why
like
can't
when
we
it
do
comes
that?
when it comes to like parenting.
Yes.
They're a superior force.
No, that's not what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Or
That's
you
not
know,
what we gonna
baby,
do.
you're sick.
Check this out.
Go
Let me
ahead,
make
man.
you
God.
some
You
soup.
you could be better in a category than maybe I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we understand when we hear superior force, that's not what the fuck they talking about.
What they talking about?
What
right?
they talking about?
It's words are words. I'm a superior force than you. It is what it like. That's plain and simple. I'm not before you. I'm not saying.
I ain't said one word.
I'm not
brother.
saying
I'm
that.
letting you
Right.
live.
I
Go
see
ahead.
the looks. I'm not
on
saying
there.
that. I'm not saying that we are. I just want to take it there. Are men superior forces? Just plain and simple. Not
Fuck no.
she a
What
little
about all
better
that
than
rah rah
Yeah.
you was talking
No, I don't
when
think
the
so.
richest woman like has more money than you? Okay,
I
babe,
still-
I'm coming home
Right.
and I got more money than you, and you on the couch.
Right. Shit, let me get the checkbook. How was work today? What's up with my money?
But she's more
You're
superior
I'm
than
a superior
you.
financially. She may be money, but
Financially.
maybe not superior. I'm just asking. This is not my opinion. I'm just the guy who wants to drive this to the next level. Do you think men are superior forces? That's
No,
all
I
I'm
don't.
asking.
I don't.
I think we're equal.
I low key
In-
don't think
in
men.
different
is,
aspects.
I just feel like men ain't shit. And I just feel like, bro. I feel like
I totally disagree.
No. I think we have an important purpose.
Yes, men.
No,
men
we
definitely
listen.
are.
We have an important purpose in this world, but I feel like we were created to serve women. I feel like women were first. I just feel like we were created to serve them.
Yes.
Why you got to do
Yes,
this?
I
We was
do.
on the same page. Why are you doing this?
Because this
It's
is
not.
This is
don't-
just what I believe.
I
bro.
do feel like
my
that.
thing is like, bro.
See what you're doing?
It's not even.
But
What are
at
you
the
doing
same
here, man?
Bro, if it was just
time-
me and you, I still would say the same thing.
Yeah,
bro.
you would, because I've heard you say
Right.
this, and I tell you the same
I
thing.
just feel
Stop
like
doing
I
that.
feel like this, bro. Like women are the reason we're all here. You feel me?
Right.
So how the
Granted,
fuck? How the
granted.
fuck do we come first? So we somewhere along the way, bro. We took.
I
the
didn't say we come first.
Listen, somewhere
Yeah.
along the way, a nigga got a hold to the notepad and said, "Oh, this shit wild, bro. All this shit, bro. These motherfuckers crazy. Talking about they made Eve for Adam. Like, nah, you feel me? We finna flip all this stupid shit. You feel me? So I feel like somewhere along the way, men came along and convinced women that we were superior. But at the end of the day, bro, I feel like this. When I think about the way we design, bro, and the way women are designed, right? It's like when you look at us, bro, we're bigger, we're stronger. Like we meant to just lift and move shit for them. Because I just, bro, like
you agree with this too? Behind this is why
we built to serve, bro.
This is why I end up
we built to serve. That's why. And even now, hold on. I'm gonna let you go. Even from the aspect of just thinking about how we function from a physical standpoint, bro. Like women are sacred. That's why.
Yes.
A woman won't let every man enter her. Right?
Not supposed to.
Yes. And we'll fuck anything.
Yes.
But women will too. Like
not like that.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
When it comes to fucking, y'all just gotta sit this one out. This is the submission part. You gotta sit this one out.
I know from experience, and I know women.
Listen. You now, mind you.
I don't care how horny y'all think y'all are. I don't care how horny y'all think y'all are.
Understand this.
You have no idea.
Understand this though. That when we talk about men. We talk like there's a bunch of there's a group of motherfuckers that are male that don't qualify as men. Then there's a bunch of motherfuckers that are female that don't qualify as women or don't go into the category of women. Right. So it's just like when I think about just a motherfucker that'll fuck anybody or that'll fuck anything, they're not functioning as a woman. It's like you may be a female.
That's rough too.
But it's like that's out of this. Like I just don't feel like that's a natural thing for them to want to fuck everything.
Okay, you said from experience, right?
Yeah.
So what you consider? I'm not asking you to go into detail, but from your experience, would you consider yourself a hypersexual woman or a woman really in tune with her sexuality? One of those terms.
I'm not saying I'm saying from my own experiencing, knowing experiences, knowing other women.
Right.
Like I've had stories told to me from beautiful women,
right,
about men that are out there that are twos. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's just like, I feel like it's just my opinion. I feel like honestly, women. I don't want to say it because a lot of women are probably going to disagree with me, but I feel like we're equal in a lot of ways, and that just comes with experience from knowing many women in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I tell this analogy all the time. If you can ask every man this in a room full of men, if a man walked in the room and there was 10 naked women in there, 5 of them was fine, 3 was average, and 2 was ugly, but the rule was to fuck them all. To fuck one of them, you had to fuck all of them. How many single men would do that? And it's 99% of us would do that. We would fuck all 10 of them without a second thought, and we'll be so happy about it. We would tell our friends. We would call people like, man, you won't believe what the fuck I just did. I might even tell my wife one day when I get mad.
Yeah, but the women are fucking you too.
But no, listen, that's fine. But they're fucking one of me. I'm fucking 10 of you. Now here, on the flip side, how many women do you know that would go on a random door and there was 10 gorgeous men there, and the only rule was she had to fuck all 10 of them right now.
All 10 of them.
All 10 of them. No. How many women do you know that would take that?
Not many.
And if they did, how many of them will come out and tell you, like, girl, guess what I did? You know, I fucked 10.
Right.
Because that's not what women do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, not all women.
No.
But I want to go ahead. Do you have anything? Because I got to address
this. And mind you, I don't want you to go and think that, like, men don't have an important role. I just feel like, bro, like, women are first. Like, women are God, bro.
No, facts.
A woman is God, bro.
But don't think that a woman won't do what you're gonna do.
You know, but I stand on that, though. I've been standing on that since forever, bro. It just makes sense.
I understand.
I want to see you push a person out your pee hole.
Listen, I'm not. No,
we get that. We get that. I tell people all the time. Definitely.
I raise a woman from the ground up. I have a unique experience as a man. I have full custody of my daughter. Raising a woman from the ground up gives me a whole different respect and understanding for women. I'm so compassionate and so patient now because of my daughter. It's even a little simple shit that I thought women was just being extra, like, why the fuck y'all like that? And I just see it's just in y'all. There's nothing you could do. Like, my daughter right now be like, I'm hungry. I'd be like, all right, babe, what you want to eat? She'd be like, whatever you pick. But wherever you go, that's not what she want. And I'd be like, oh, shit, that's just in y'all. Y'all just like that. You feel me? I thought this was just y'all being extra as you get adults. But anyway, so, okay, women are special. Women are unique. Women are unique. I'm not lessening your role at all. You understand? But women are not to be served, brother. And I hate, I hate being the. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're meant to be treated nice. You're not meant to be catered to. You're not meant to be romanced or wooed if you're going to give a nigga some pussy or love a nigga. Yes, he's supposed to work hard for you. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is this world wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for men. Everything that y'all do, we invented. The car, the plane, the food you eat, the fast food, the system that you live in. A dude created that shit. Women didn't create nothing, and I know somebody gonna go pull up something that a great woman created. I know about Hidden Figures and some rocket scientist ass woman. I get it, but as a whole, women ain't created shit that you use every day. I don't think they created the scrunchie or the rubber band. I think some gay ass dude made that shit up.
Guess what they did create?
A person.
The dude that motherfucking did the creating.
That's just anatomy. I understand that. I'm not saying that women are not important. But women are not, brother. You are built a certain way. You are stronger, faster. You don't dwell in the emotions. Even in we can all admit that the Bible. We don't have to get. I know everyone's not religious, right? We can all admit that the Bible is an old story. At least, can we just admit that it's an old story?
Correct.
Okay, cool. It was made some thousands of years ago.
Okay,
that's factually something we could all agree on, right? Even in the oldest story ever, even if it's a false story, the first woman was chaos. The first woman ever written about fucked some shit up. That's what women do. Y'all are
to our knowledge.
Yeah, I'm just saying, even if it was a fake story, like we write about aliens and what we think they would be like, right? So the first woman who was written about fucked some shit up, destroyed some shit, was never satisfied, and I'll be goddamn in 2021, a dude wrote it. From an accurate perspective,
we don't know that.
What do you mean? You deal with women right now who are never satisfied, brother. You ain't never did a lot of great shit for a woman, and you like you still ain't. What? So okay,
absolutely.
She got to be related to Eve. Y'all bitches got some blood. What do you mean? So not to be mean, I'm just saying though. Even if it's a fake story, how accurate is that? How did he know how women was gonna be in my life in 2021?
Yeah, man. I don't know, bro.
But women they were built for completion, brother. Even in the Bible, they were put here for completion. Like I said, men are not happy without you. You have the most important role in the world. I'm not lessening how important you are, but I'd be goddamn if I sit here and say you like, oh, we were supposed to be serving y'all and bringing y'all grapes, and that's not what the fuck we supposed to be doing.
Man, listen.
It's not, and I got to down heels like this because you set me up for this shit,
man. Shit, live your life, man.
I got to because I just hate that people can't compartmentalize because it's like I'm talking shit about women.
No, you're not. You're not talking shit, and I get it, and I get it 100%, bro. But I feel like men would really understand the value of women more if pussy hadn't lost its value the way it has.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So I feel like at the end of the day, if pussy wasn't an easy thing to get, you would see more men menning, and you would see more men functioning a different way when it came to women. Because at the end of the day, bro, I live for pussy. No matter what the fuck you think you doing or what you think you working for, you living for pussy.
You do.
So my thing is like, without a woman, what the fuck are you living for? And you would do anything if we had to have a motherfucking wrestling match. Now, mind you, I seen what you squat. You feel me?
No doubt.
And I see what you live. But if we had to have a wrestling match for the last piece of pussy on earth, bro, you would have to mangle me, bro.
Now, eventually, I'll just share with you. Like, hey, man, stop wrapping up with me every day. All right, hey, come here.
We both do this.
Yeah, man,
nah, bro,
I'm be like, listen, when she come, I'm going to let you put me in the thing and just go ahead, man.
Like,
I wish it was like that. I wish the world was more like that.
Like, bro, what is this man doing,
I wish the world
was
like that. Like, if you wanted my girl, like, you should be able to be like, hey, bro, to the death. I would love that, brother.
Yeah, that shit.
First of all, it'll make you choose a better bitch. That's number one.
But the thing
then you will see how important your dude really thought you was. Them fuck niggas couldn't win.
But I think it was that way at some point.
It should have stayed that way. You know how many fuck niggas you be like, hey, bro, it's either today or you be like, man, go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Right. Thank you, bro.
You walk
Thank
around
you for getting out the way.
8-9 women you done got there and just snatched up.
Right. And then some bigger dude would be like, hey, give me one. I'd be like, all right, bro. I'll take at least one. Like, I don't like that bitch on the end. And then you go ahead.
You like, nah, give me number 7.
But shit,
I don't want
I'd be like,
3.
7, come on, man. How about 5, man? But that's what I'm saying. Like, shit was more logical at that point in time.
Right, absolutely.
Now it's more distractions and shit like that. So, again, I'm not saying that women are, you know what, fuck it. Women are chaos, brother.
And I think they are.
No, go ahead and respond. Do you not think women destroy empires? Women, a lot of the shit you see rappers beefing about, it be a woman started.
Bro,
that shit. Like women
that is true.
And you are proving
if
my
a man
point.
was if a man was a business, women would go under accounts payable. Like they're a liability, brother.
No, they at the end of the day.
A good woman is not. But
Right.
you know how hard it is to find the asset.
Right, but we got to go to a woman. If we're gonna have this discussion, we have to go to a man at his peak of man and a woman at the peak of being a woman. We're not considering the fuck shit.
But that's a lot of shit you gonna
I
run
get it,
into.
but I'm saying if we're gonna gauge something, if we're gonna gauge a sport versus another sport, we're gonna take the highest of that sport and the highest of that sport and gauge it like that. So it's just like if we're gonna have this conversation, we have to go to the peak because we understand that there's fuck shit, but that fuck shit came over time.
Right.
In the beginning, it was what it was. You feel me? A man was a man and a woman was a woman before we were fucking all the extra shit came about. You feel what I'm saying? So if we're gonna have that conversation, they gotta be a man that is speaking and a woman that is peak. And I just feel like at the end of the day, that the roles are both important.
But you stand on the fact men are unfaithful.
Huh?
You stand on the fact men are unfaithful.
That's
We're not
a
meant to be.
lie. That's a lie. Yes,
we're
you
not.
are.
We're not.
Yes, there are plenty of great men out there
Just
that are
chill.
so loyal.
What they at?
No,
Boy, I sure wanna know.
no. Don't look under the table.
I'm just trying
There's
to see what
very
these niggas
loyal
at.
men out there.
You want me to tell you a
How you
secret?
know?
I want to know this, right?
Because
I want to know this. If I had a conversation with you, right, and we talked about womanhood, and I asked you a question about womanhood, right? Now, mind you, you're not every woman, so when you answer this question, you're not going to give me like an answer that really pertains to you for the most part. Or if I say something, you understand that, all right, this may not be me, but it may be somebody else. So if I ask you a question about women, and you answer my question and say, okay, yeah, this is how women are, you know, and I tell you, nah, that ain't how women are. What you gonna be thinking in the back of your head? Like, how the fuck do you know? I'm sitting here with titties and a pussy, and you gonna tell me what it's like to be a woman. Right. So it's just like what's funny about women is men will sit with you. Now, as mind you, we can't Steve Harvey and just start snitching on motherfuckers.
So you saying every man is unfaithful?
No, listen. Yes.
No.
Listen.
No, there's
like there's a man out here somewhere that's not cheating on his old lady.
yeah.
That ain't got shit to do with being faithful.
Okay, so
Like, cause faithful is a state of mind. Like, my thing is like, I'm dedicated to you. You feel me? I want you. I don't want nothing else. I'm not looking for nothing else.
Right.
That don't exist.
And you're not gonna entertain nobody. Yes, it does.
That's not true.
It don't exist.
It doesn't.
It does
don't.
not exist.
Stop.
So you mean to
I've
tell
been-
me, all right, so you got a husband, right?
Right.
You love your husband to death.
Uh-huh.
Right? Even as a woman, when you go out, do you like not recognize handsome men anymore because you got a husband?
Okay. So if I go out, I'm not worried about recognizing.
I ain't asked you what you was
handsome
worried
man.
about when goddamn Boris Kojo or somebody walked past you.
Who?
Do you?
Who you think
a
fine?
fucking
Who's
mom?
your
Whoever
celebrity-
you think
who's
is
your
fine.
celebrity crush?
Yeah, whoever you think
You
is
gotta
handsome.
have one celebrity crush.
I'm not absorbed. I
Well, the motherfucker that
Okay.
if you had to build a man and that motherfucker walked by you and you had a dude, you gon' notice and you gonna pay attention.
That was such a woman answer. Though.
Yeah.
She said I'm not absorbed.
Yeah, get out of
I
here,
love,
man.
I love women, dog. Y'all are so amazing. No, go ahead.
They
I
gonna
fuck with
win
that.
now.
No,
I fuck-
listen,
they gonna win.
listen.
I fuck with that.
I'm with my man, and there's another man, and he has some nice shoes on, and he looks good. I'm not gonna sit there and fantasize about the man looking good, because I'm into my man. Like I'm different.
All
I
I'm
can't
saying,
speak
all
for
I'm saying is
women.
there's no such thing as a human that's so absorbed with one other human that they don't recognize or see another human.
How is that possible? Because
It's not possible.
Maybe,
It
but let's
is.
stop. Listen, we have to be fair. Maybe it is possible for them.
some
It's not possible for us.
Facts.
I can't speak
Right.
for them.
So
But
that's what I'm saying.
What I was
Yeah,
getting
maybe they
around
can do
to.
it. Yeah.
That's what I was
I
getting
don't know.
around
Yeah.
to.
you
Is
are
that
so into one man as a woman as me.
This why women be so. This why women be so hot.
So my thing is like
That's why they be so angry.
But this
I
the
get it
thing.
now.
You breaking that down to me, and as a man, I have to say, you telling me you talking about as a woman. I can't argue with
Right,
that.
you're right.
So when I
I'm
come back and say,
sorry.
so when I come back and say, as a man,
Yeah.
you feel me? We see every goddamn thing. I don't give a damn how bad my girl is. I seen the other booty cheeks
But
walk
that's why I
by.
love these
Yes,
conversations. So
and-
now I get
But
why
I'm like
y'all be
telling
so
you as a
mad.
man.
But listen,
Because y'all absorb.
When a
Right.
when a man as your man can tell you, oh damn, she got a fat ass. Okay. You're telling me that because you're comfortable with telling me that, and you know where we stand in our relationship, to where it's not like
Yeah, but when your man tell you she got a fat ass, that ain't what he thought.
Why does it have to be more than that?
Because that's what it is. He just told you what he felt comfortable telling you. Enough. He couldn't give you everything because he know how you're gonna react to it.
If you was magically his homeboy, he would have said, "Damn, she got a fat ass," and he would have told his homeboy what he would do to her.
I would fuck the shit out of her.
That's what he can't tell you.
Damn.
Now listen, I've been in listen. Now understand this shit though. Listen, and when I say this, I've been in 2 relationships in 10 years. I've said this on multiple podcasts, and I was faithful according to the not fucking someone else in both of them, 7 and the 3. So I was 10 years without. But I never put myself above another man. I would be lying to my woman and the world if I said I didn't see other women and thought what I would do to that pussy the entire time.
Yeah.
Whether I'm at the gym.
You just had enough respect and restraint not to act on it.
You know how many women you see a day that you would fuck? Just think about that. How many women you see a day that you would just fuck? You don't know shit about her, where she from, where she come from. Like just on average, maybe 3 a day. Especially if you go to a gym or you go somewhere like to a club. I'm just talking about women that you would see and just on physical ability.
So you don't think that men aren't pressed like that?
What do you mean pressed?
Like pressed, like
we think about this shit all the time.
We designed to be pressed. That's what I was talking about earlier.
When a dude nut, you ever had a dude nut and then you wanted around too, and he couldn't go? Mm-hmm. Right. If you walked out of a room and another bitch walked in,
he get right up.
Go.
His dick away right up.
Right up instantly. Yeah. If you walk out right then and another chick walk in, then I couldn't go. I'm good. We straight.
He gonna go.
We can go.
You gonna go. It's just so wild.
It's just
we're designed that way.
Right.
That's why I just say, like, bro. That's why I feel like we're a tool for reproduction. Like we're here to fuck the shit out of y'all. And it don't have to be just one of y'all. We're here to fuck the shit out of y'all. We're tools of reproduction. That's why I could bust a nut and I can get up and I can get somebody else pregnant. I can go somewhere else and get somebody else pregnant because it's just like my body is designed to do that. You can't get pregnant number one time.
It's okay to reject this too, by the way, because most people would. If you go to a religious person and tell them, if you had proof, literally proof that it was no God. Let's say you from all them places we talked about when we was talking about shrooms. Let's say you come down and you from that, right? And you tell them like, nah, ain't no God, bro. I been there. I just got here. You know what I'm saying? People, I'm not going for that. You feel me? People are not going for that because when truth meets beliefs, you always gonna be at odds. Because for you to understand what I'm actually saying, you have to
you
have to literally throw out everything you've been taught. That means every dude you've been with, you got to rethink about. That means the dude that you're going to meet, you have to rethink about. You feel me? Now, and I ask women all the time, maybe you can answer this. You say you want to be on podcasts. So we've asked women this all the time and they never have an answer. So I'm just curious. If you meet if you finally, let's say all men came out and say, hey, we're all unfaithful, right? We're all unfaithful, okay? Where do women go from there? What do you look for in a man at that point? We're all unfaithful. We all came out. It's just, there's nowhere to go. What requirements, what is the next, like if you had a list of things, for men, right? And faithful was first. For most women, that is first, right? If you had to etch that out, it no longer exists. What would be the new first? What would be the new list of requirements, how you would choose a man?
I mean, first and foremost, if he's telling me that he's unfaithful and all men are unfaithful.
We're all, yes.
If all men are unfaithful, including him, the first on my list would be to be consistent with me, to be there for me, to be, we all talk about unconditional love, but we really don't know unconditional love because once somebody shows something different, it's like, oh, I don't love you unconditionally. Right. So if a man is telling you, hey, I'm unfaithful and I have these issues, but you love him and you want to be with him, then you're going to sit there and you're going to make these standards for that person. You're going to tell them, hey, I know you're unfaithful, but I love you and I want this to work. So the first thing on my list is going to be, I want you to be consistent with me. Okay, you can be unfaithful, but be consistent with me as a woman.
Finally get so okay. Give me another one on that list. I like consistency.
Be consistent. Be affectionate towards me. You're unfaithful, but be affectionate towards me when I'm with you.
Right.
Not saying that I would ever put up with any of this bullshit, but
Don't reject what we're doing.
I'm just
she coming
saying.
out the rock. She coming up out the rabbit hole.
You got to give her another shroom. What you call it? You got another capsule. You got to give her. She coming up out of this.
Look, Harley Jane. Harley Jane.
Yeah, don't bag up.
Yeah.
Harley Jane would never put up with this. But
Hey, here we go. We turning into everybody else.
Now we're becoming our personas. That was your pride that spoke.
Yeah.
You're literally giving me a list of things.
But I'm letting you know, like my third would be.
You almost had you one.
No. But listen to where this is going somewhere great though.
Go ahead.
Give me your.
My third perspective would be, or my third thing on the list would be, I need you to be there for me. Not falling into consistency, like be consistent, yes, but be there for me when I call you, or I need you to talk about my family issues, or
actual time spent.
Like actually time spent, the intimacy. You know, there's more than sex that goes into intimacy. I need you to sit there and talk to me about your day. Talk to me about what you're going through.
Right.
The list goes on.
Yeah, I think women, from the answers we're getting, I feel like women don't really care if you're unfaithful. They just don't want to see it, hear it, or feel it.
We care.
Yeah, but listen to where we're going though. Yeah. That's why this is amazing to me. Thank you for being the first person to answer that question, because what most women have as a good man is just loyalty.
Just loyalty.
That other shit that's on the list really don't fucking matter.
The shit that men are supposed to provide don't matter.
It don't matter. The big thing on the list that don't exist is what they all got circled. But I tell women all the time, when you go look for a man, character is the only thing that you should be worried about. This is how you avoid fuck niggas, fuck boys, lames, douches, whatever your race is, whatever you call them. You understand?
Most definitely.
Everything you started naming is character. Everything you started naming are things that are important to men that I will only give to the woman I care about. You understand? If I have a side bitch, I that's literally an oxymoron. I cannot be consistent with my side bitch. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's for my main person. You understand what I'm saying? Intimacy. That is not something that I share even with my side woman. You feel me? That is not intimacy. We're having sex. Intimacy is mental. It's a bond. It's those kind of things, right? Time spent. Oxymoron. I cannot spend time with my side bitch. You feel me? Most of my time goes to my main chick, right? Those are things that all men care about. So as women, I tell you this all the time, like not you specifically, but whenever I'm talking to women, right? The things that men, how you tell if a man truly cares about you. Number one is you find out what he has the least amount of, and then you ask for it. That's the number one sign initially when you meet a man. Meaning, if you have a man who is very successful, he has a lot of shit going on, don't ask him for money. He got that shit by the truckload.
Right.
That don't matter if he buy you a Bentley outside, baby. I would give you this just to shut the fuck up. I got plenty of Bentley money, right? But I don't have a lot of time. So be like, no, baby, I don't want you to spend time with me, please.
Right.
That means he got to shut other shit down to come spend time with you.
Oh, yeah.
That means he cares about you. If it's a broke nigga and you got a broke dude, that might be fine. Money might not mean shit to you, right? But pick a financial item that you know he would have to work hard and save for and be like, baby, I really want this. And if he show up with that, now you know he gives a fuck about you. You feel me? But women look for this loyalty thing, and that's why fuck niggas have taken over. You understand what I'm saying? Because me and him will sit here and tell you the real. It's a dude around the corner who thinks you're gorgeous and couldn't wait to fuck you. You know what he gonna say after you get through talking with us? Nah, baby, them niggas lying.
I don't agree with none of that shit.
All men ain't like that at all. It's the easiest road to go down. You feel me? It would be the easiest road for me to go down right now. For him to say that and me to be like, nah, I want you. Be like, nah, I'm loyal.
And that's why I say they don't care. And I don't mean that from a stance to where like they know it and they don't care. You feel me? It's just like they don't care to know. You feel me? So it's just like a motherfucker, just like they just don't want to know. It's like once you say what they want to hear, they're cool with that.
Women have created their own version of what a good man is, and they don't know anything about men. So when and
men know what that is, and we know how to go act just like what that is.
Yeah, women, and today I can't speak for old times, but today times we live in, women have created their own version of what a woman to tell you exactly how to be a man. She'll tell you not being man enough. She think when a woman has a baby, she already thinks she knows how you're supposed to operate as a father. She's created a man in her mind from her own experiences or things that she's heard. You feel me? She's created a bad man in her mind, right? Every song about a bad man, what'd he do?
Cheat. He fucking somebody else.
Right.
That's it.
No matter how good I am, if I do this one thing, you write off everything I did for you. I gave you my hard-earned money, my time, my love. I would have died for you. There's women literally, when I had a girlfriend when I was cheating, like she wasn't in the 10-year span, that's back when I was really doing my shit, right? If that girl needed a heart transplant, I'd have gave her mine. But she think because I'm fucking other bitches.
You don't give a fuck about it.
I don't give a fuck about it.
Answer this question, right? A man that gives you everything, but is disloyal from a monogamous standpoint, right? Or a man that gives you nothing, but is 100% dedicated to you. You feel me? And from a sexual standpoint, which one of those is a good man and which one is not? A man that gives you everything but is disloyal in the bedroom, or a man that gives you nothing but is loyal in the bedroom. Which one is a good man?
Honestly, I would rather pick the second one.
The one that does nothing for you but doesn't sleep with anybody else.
Right.
That's insane.
That's how heavy. But that's how heavy. That's how heavy.
That is insane to me.
Listen, but you know why? Listen, women are.
I can build him up.
No, you cannot.
I can help him.
You cannot
yes,
help
I
him.
can.
You
yes,
cannot
I can.
make him ambitious.
Yes, I can.
You cannot make
yes,
him want more.
Yes,
But listen, honey, that is not the man for you. If you have to make him those.
But that wasn't the question.
No. But the way you're trying to twist it is, you see what I'm saying?
And the question was, which one is a good man? Like a good man. And
a good man is not going to be unfaithful.
But listen to me.
Not true.
Listen to me.
That is
listen
true.
to me. Listen to me.
Yes.
When you look at when you look at when you look at when you look at every other species other than humans. Can you imagine if a male lion woke up every morning and followed the female lion everywhere she went?
Right.
He didn't hunt. He didn't do shit but stick by her side.
But
right?
You can
hold
teach
on,
him.
hold on. No, you don't. He's on your ass. He don't want to learn how to hunt. This is he want to follow you and he want to be dedicated to you.
That's when
right.
Female lions hunt.
So, but male lions do too.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it's like you got to do some man shit. So if like, but if it's a
men lion of protection, you don't fuck with the herd, right? You the dog.
Yeah.
But if I'm like if I'm out here protecting shit, and I'm out here fucking on the hyenas and all this extra shit, I'm doing my thing. You feel me? And you catch me goddamn sniffing another little female lion, but it's over for me.
Yeah.
Right.
You gonna choose the motherfucker that can't protect the pride, that just follow you around over me.
When them alligators eating y'all, I'm be like, look at y'all stupid ass. Y'all
Come on, man. That's insane to me though.
But women have put
That's
loyalty.
just me.
But
That's me.
But listen, the mythical.
Because
some women will deal with that. Someone will deal with a man that could bring everything to the table, but he's unfaithful, and they're like, "Oh, he's doing my nails, girl. He's paying my rent. I don't."
No, we're not talking about buying you shit.
Yeah.
We're talking about doing all the things that your desires want. Like I'm affectionate. You feel me? I'm compassionate.
But you broke and follow me around.
I'm listening. No. This is the man.
You being faithful.
No. This is the man that's giving you everything.
Right.
When I say everything,
and he's being faithful.
When I say a man that's giving you everything,
no, he's not being faithful.
Right.
Okay, so this is the first one.
Right. When I say a man that's giving you everything, I don't mean everything like financially.
Yeah.
I mean everything.
Everything.
Well, I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked on the very first podcast we did. Right. Okay. You at a funeral. You at your husband's funeral.
No.
Right. Y'all been together 30 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just like the best man you've ever had in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like has done everything for you mentally, never missed a birthday, never missed an anniversary, never forgot shit. You feel me? Was always there for the kids and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
You at the funeral and you get up there and you do your eulogy or whatever and you say what you're going to say and you be like, this is just the best man I've ever had in my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never felt like I needed anything. Completion. I was complete. And then when you sit down, another lady walk up and she pull her motherfucking little, whatever the fuck they wear at the funerals back. Her veil. Yeah, she pull her veil back and she say, yeah, she is right. He is a great man. He has always been a great man to me. He took care of me and my children. You feel me? One of my kids is his kid. That's his son right there. You feel me? He took care of us. He did everything she said he does. She goes sit down and another motherfucker come up. They flip their veil back. say the same thing. And he was a good husband to me too. He was a good man to me too. I knew about you. You know, he always put you first. Woo, 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 woo. I got a kid by him too. They over there. You feel me? Boom, boom, boom. Now, how do you feel about this man?
I would lose my shit.
Why?
Why? He gave you everything you could stand. You were completely happy.
Right.
That's equivalent. This the analogy I use. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you talk. But it's the equivalent to the analogy I always give. You at the gas station, hurricane. You feel me? And everybody got a gas can.
Yeah.
And I fill your shit up. Your shit overflowing. You got gas all spilling down the side of that bitch. And I give you an extra tank too and say, take that with you, brother. Yeah. And when you turn around, I'm filling somebody else's tank up and you like, what the fuck is you doing? Right. You giving them some gas too? I'm like, bro, you can't even take no more. Where you gonna put it?
I got more gas, nigga.
Where you gonna put it?
Yeah.
But you can't even take it all.
But you were completely happy. Think about this.
You just went up there and said all this shit.
But all these other bitches are shitting on my parade, and I found out shit that I didn't know.
No, they're not shitting on your parade.
Yes.
It was just another parade.
Right.
It was
that
more
I
parades.
didn't know about. So the loyalty is like, okay, yeah, he's dead. We've been together for 30 years.
You know how crazy humans are, bro?
And he did everything for me, but...
This is how crazy humans are, bro.
This is how crazy the people you think we should serve are. Women are chaotic.
Listen.
Women are built for chaos. Women want what doesn't exist.
12. And
they don't...
But the woman I'm talking about, bro, is the first woman. Before all of these... But listen, I'm talking about the woman before we came up with monogamy and all this shit.
She gone.
She gone.
But they were okay with that back then.
But that's why when
they were happy.
And the same bed. They all slept together.
But the thing about it is like, bro, like everything, like what we see wrong and all that shit was taught to us.
Right.
So my thing is when I talk about men and when I think about men and women in conversation and I talk about us, I talk about us before anybody taught us anything
so
from a wild standpoint, but everybody else thinks from a now standpoint.
Yes.
Like when now ain't the way shit used to be.
Right.
I'm thinking about now standpoint.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about back then because I can't do nothing about the past.
But even if we're like that, like we're like that now. I'm not talking about the serving part. I'm talking about the cheating shit that we talking about, not faithful. We're talking about that now.
Right.
Like, so you're accurate. We're talking about like we're not talking about the prehistoric.
Right.
Other bitches. Niggas in 2021 doing the same thing.
Right.
You feel me? But like
that shit crazy to
women
me.
have created some. Women want what they.
But I'm saying.
Listen, wait a minute. The first woman ever written about wanted what she couldn't have, brother. You could tell women you blew in the face that there's no such thing as a faithful man, and I still want that. I'm gonna find that nigga, no matter what you say, brother. I'm gonna find him.
Bro, and they don't even know why they fucking want them.
And they make it. This is what makes
An
it so.
unfaithful man?
This is why
Or
y'all.
a faithful man?
But listen, this is why y'all get with bad men so much.
Don't say y'all.
No, well, I know y'all. You might not
You
be
all.
right. You might. Yeah,
You're in a relationship right now?
I am.
Okay, all right.
Right, and this might be. And listen, I hate when that happens because I don't want you to go home and look at your boyfriend.
No.
Please do not go ask your boyfriend.
We do not want to barbecue.
Listen,
Yeah, I'm not.
Listen, I was single for 4 years,
Okay, yeah.
so I already been through that.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, don't go home and ask your boyfriend nothing because it is his job to lie to you.
You know what?
He's going to disagree with us.
You know what's cute?
1,000%.
You know what's cute?
What's that?
When we have guests and they think they got a different situation than the situation we talk about. That shit is so cute.
That's 90% of women.
That shit is cute, man.
No, don't
90%
say
of
90% of women. That's not fact.
It
That's
is
not
a fact.
No.
You know what? You know why it's not a fact? You're right.
Because
it's probably higher. I'm probably lowball.
No.
Like 95?
I've witnessed men.
You have never witnessed that.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Times.
I love when girls be like, my daddy never cheated.
Yeah,
Like, you know, my
boy,
No, that's not true. I don't think that either. You know.
Listen, we're telling you a fact. Okay,
Okay.
listen.
You're
Let's go down to
right.
faithful men. Here are your only chances. Do you hear me, ladies? Around the world. I don't care where you're from, race, religion. It does not matter. If you don't believe me, men go to war over disagreements. You understand? The only thing that you can go to any country and what's most agreed is the more women, the merrier. You understand? That's what we don't disagree on. Hardly, correct? If you were born in Dubai or one of those, I don't want to say the wrong name of the country to offend anybody, but where they have multiple wives. If you was raised in that environment, there are women over there who share their husband with 3 wives, and they are happier in their relationship than most women over here in the monogamy. You feel me? They were raised different. That loyalty shit is out the door. So now they get more of the essence of a man. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So here are your chances at a faithful man, okay? I just told you 10 years I was faithful. You understand? There is a period of, and I think sometimes when we say that, we don't explain it enough too. Because I don't want you to think that your man, if he loves you truly, he's not running around fucking everything he can. That's not love. I'm not fucking everything, just shoving some money in your face and being like, that's not what I'm talking about. We both agree that there are bad men and there are sucker ass niggas and liars and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? There is a certain level of respect you're going to have for the woman you love. You understand? Number one, if you could feel your man cheating, you shouldn't be cheating. If I'm in love with you, I go out of my way to make sure you do not feel me cheating. Right. Do you understand what I'm saying? Definitely. If this got to cut into our time, I won't do it. You feel me? I have to plan out my cheat. If I got to figure out your schedule, if I got to figure out when you got shit to do or when you going out of town, I'll make sure you won't feel it, right? But here's your chances, right? You can find a religious man. Don't bank on that, because there's somebody right now preaching just to get pussy. You understand what I'm saying?
Fact.
It's a nigga can't wait to be a deacon because he think pussy come with it. That's how wild dudes are. You feel me? He can't wait to get promoted in the church because he gonna fuck something.
Yeah.
But there are certain men who believe in higher things, whether it's Buddhism, Christianity, or whatever, right? And understand they're not faithful to you. They're faithful to them, their God. You understand what I'm saying? So that might keep them faithful if you get a monk, but you're not gonna like him. The thing is, if your man is fun, he's fucking. You understand what I'm saying? If you enjoy your man and you have a fun dude, he's fucking. Just take that for what it's worth, though, right? You get that? If your man is fun, if you go rock climbing and work out and ride bikes, he fucking. He ain't working out, rock climbing, and doing all that shit. And another one, you think other women don't like rocks? They love rocks and bikes and water, right? So
and him.
And him. But if he's a monk or Tim Tebow, Tim Tebow bore you to death. If you was in the house, Tim Tebow probably wouldn't cheat on you. You'll be in the house so fucking bored. You'll be like, brother, if you say God one more time, right? I wish you would just fuck the God out of me. That's what I wish you would do. You are boring me to death. You feel me? So yes, there are certain people who believe in that higher form of religion. Sometimes we age out of cheating, meaning that I lose the ability to chase. Now, mentally, I do not. Mentally, I see. That's why the old dude on the porch, like, girl, if I was 30 years younger, we mentally don't lose that. I'm just too old to chase you down. And so that's why I believe that younger women should date older men. I believe men and women should be 8 to 10 years apart.
Right, I agree with that.
That's more conducive with the way you think. And even though it's not realistic, I'm old enough to abide by this bullshit.
Right.
Right.
Youngest sprout, I ain't got no problem. I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? My dick can only handle one girl at a certain age. I'm pretty good. You look good. I'm happy.
Right.
Fine. Fuck it. I'll just ride on out like this. You feel me? So yes. So it's religion, faithful, and cripple. No, I say religion, age, and cripple. If I'm crippled, you got me. I'm sick. I got diabetes, a shit bag, wheelchair. Yeah, I'm faithful. I can't go nowhere unless you push me.
Right.
So unless you're going to push me into some pussy, you got me. You feel me? Those are the only 3 faithful men. I promise you on all my heart and soul, I'm going to tell this to my daughter one day. That's how serious. Those are the only 3 faithful chances. And then needles in the haystack that you have at a fully faithful man. The rest of y'all who happen to get one is just circumstantial. I was faithful for 10 years total, and it was just circumstantial. I did love both of the women I was with. I'm a great boyfriend. We talked about it.
So you're saying you were faithful to one woman for 10 years?
I was, 2 different women in 10 years total. Okay. 7 and 3.
Right.
I was faithful in those relationships according to how women like it. Like, I didn't put my dick in nothing else. But I thought about a million things that I wanted to fuck like every other man. It just didn't happen. Your man is either cheating on you, he's about to cheat on you, or he's done cheating. Those are the only 3 stages. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So some of the reason maybe I didn't cheat is because I didn't get around to. Mm-hmm. You feel me? The relationship didn't last long.
I can see you right now in the wheelchair praying to get pushed into some pussy.
Yes. Right. Women don't even understand. You know how many men would leave you if they hit a scratch off today? Women don't even get that. It's a lot of men with you because of their circumstances. If they hit a scratch off today, they out.
It's true.
You're not the woman. Like, it's just, and this is why men aren't honest. Because if I was truly interested in you and I truly liked you, let's say I truly loved you, I'm falling for you, whatever. Right. I have to lie to get you. You're asking me to fall in love with you and then tell you the truth, and you're not gonna be with me. So if I'm only faced with those two options, lose the thing I love or lie, I'm gonna lie
Every time.
every time.
That's a question I always see posed. They say, if you got two women and you lie to one and you tell the other one the truth, which one do you love the most?
The
The
truth.
woman I lied to, no.
Really?
I don't care, man. You think you ever had a side woman?
I do.
I tell her
listen,
everything.
and I knew it was gonna be two separate answers coming from two different directions. I knew
You know
it.
what? Because
That's
I
why
don't give a
asked that.
fuck what she think.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
From
I
a man's,
can't- I care what my girl-
woman's perspective,
You
it's the one.
do.
From a woman's perspective, it's always gonna be the one that's honest, and from a man's perspective, it's usually gonna be the one that
feel
lies
like-
because we lie to protect the things that we give a fuck about, and we tell the truth to the things that we don't give a fuck about.
You feel like what?
So it's easy. It's like it's easy to tell the truth to somebody that can't fucking condemn you or can't do shit to you.
Yeah,
You
no, that's
feel
a
me?
fact. That's
yeah,
the
it's easy to go tell your neighbors or your homie you got a body. You ain't finna tell that to the cops.
Right.
There's consequences.
Well-
You feel me? So it's just like, yeah.
But what you feel like?
But I feel like if you guys have this foundation, like your partner is your best friend, like, you know, in a perfect world,
That shit sounds sweet.
it does.
It sounds sweet, but the thing about
I've been there.
yeah,
So like
we'll never
You been
be.
where?
I have a man that is I have a man that is very open and very honest about many things.
Yeah, but not everything.
Are you saying he never cheated? You say you had men. Are you saying you?
No,
Are you saying you've had men that never cheated? How many relationships have you had? Total.
One good solid one.
So you only counting one out of all your relationships?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like, you know, there's one that I'm in now and tells me everything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He don't tell everything. And I was just gonna say that is that
That's so
Which
fucked
I-
up.
which- what
I'm
people
so
don't-
sorry, but I don't even know who. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, man, like we
They
don't.
gonna
There's
label
some
us
things
hating
he'll-
ass niggas.
There's some things he'll say, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, but
like,
that's still
you
ain't
were honest,
right.
honest,
But
you know?
but yeah, some wilder shit that he could say too, but he
not
ain't gonna
about
say.
that. Yeah, he not
It's just
about
like, bro, like.
But that's not
none of us.
being
None.
unloyal
It's like,
or
bro,
unfaithful to me.
it's-
No, you probably got a
That's
great
not,
dude.
right? That's
Like,
not
yeah.
loyal or unfaithful. But what I'm just saying is that we don't tell y'all everything, and y'all don't tell us everything. There's always some shit you have to withhold because the person in front of you's ego or gonna be bruised. You feel me? Because
Right.
it's like we think some wild shit, and he ain't gonna tell you everything he think because some of that shit is gonna offend you.
I
He
do
tell you the
agree
shit that
with
you can
that.
take. Yeah, he
I
gonna
do
tell you
agree
what you can
with
take.
that.
Just like if you like every woman has been like if you've been with multiple men, right? Mm-hmm. Usually, the motherfucker that gives you the best, that's best in bed, isn't the motherfucker that you with right now. You had an experience that was better than them at some point.
Right.
So it's just like when that person like asks you like who's the best you ever had, like you're probably not gonna tell them it was somebody else.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Just for the sake because you know that ego
Yeah.
can't handle that. You're not telling every fucking thing.
Even though I be wanting to know though.
Yeah.
I be wanting to know.
Right, but motherfuckers, but they don't really want to know.
I'm gonna cry.
But you feel like you would tell that to your side bitch.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
I just
I tell my side bitch, yeah.
we tell each other the comfortable truths, and the other shit we keep to ourselves.
I told my side bitch
Yeah,
her pussy was trash, man. I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't tell my girl.
You want to tell your old lady that?
Hell no.
Yeah,
It probably
no.
wouldn't be my old lady if it was trash, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just y'all don't say everything. Y'all don't tell everything, and we don't tell everything.
But here's the thing. I want you to know, like when I say your man does not tell you everything, and I don't know, is he fun? You a fun guy?
Very fun.
He's fucking. He's not faithful. But listen, I want you to know that does not mean you do not have a great man. You understand what I'm saying? Women are asking us to value things that we don't value.
Right.
If you go to other countries, right? And let's say a country, their currency is goats or some shit. Like, you know how that's a big thing in certain countries. They trade off goats or cows, right? And you over there with a bag with $100,000 in it.
They
like,
don't
I
give no
want
fucks
that. Like,
about
nigga,
that.
You don't got no
That
goats,
don't have no
nigga?
value to us.
Right. It has no value. So when women are saying,
Don't cheat.
don't cheat. It's
We like, bro, we don't even give a fuck
I
about
don't
that
give a
part.
fuck about that shit. I'm giving you all the things that I feel are important to me, and they're nothing to you. You get what I'm saying? The things that are important to me as a man, I am willing to give to you, and only you. Like, I'm not disloyal in that. I'm not cheating on you in that aspect. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm willing to give all the things that are important to me to strictly you. But you're asking me to value something that I don't give two shits about.
That leaves us like
Yeah.
that
Which
leaves
is
us at a-
pussy.
Yeah,
which is my dick.
right. That leaves
Pussy
us
and dick.
That
Yeah,
leaves
no,
us.
I give a fuck about your pussy. You can't take it anywhere but where I no. But I'm talking about when women, I'm raising a little girl. I would teach okay, let me give you a fucking example. How about this one then? When I was young, I was like 12 or 13. No, I was older than that, like 14, 15, right? My dad came home early, right? And I was in the bathroom cleaning up because I had just fucked something, right? Mm-hmm. Now the girl is still in my room, top off and everything. My dad go in there, open the door, see the girl on my bed, butt naked, everything. All he do is close the door and go sit on the couch. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That's all he do. When she leave, I'm like, oh shit. Of course, when I come out, I respect for my dad. I'm like, babe, you gotta put your shit on. We gotta go, right? I send out the door, man. My dad don't even ask me about it. He don't even say nothing.
Right.
Now, if I was my dad's daughter and I was in the bathroom cleaning up and there was a naked nigga on my bed, how you think my dad would react?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Big spaz, right?
Yeah.
Because we're two different creatures. We don't teach each other. Like my dad wasn't like, son, respect your body. How dare you have this woman in your fucking room? He didn't speak because he was proud.
Right.
That nigga was so proud I got some pussy. He did, but he couldn't because he was my daddy. So he just sat there with the remote. But when I went in the back, he's probably like, damn, she had some big ass titties. Good job, son.
Yeah.
That was a proud moment for my dad. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're two different creatures. So men are not taught to honor and respect their bodies in that aspect, but your daughters are special, and it's supposed to be like that. You guys are more special creatures. You're unique creatures. People should have to work hard to obtain you. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Our bodies ain't shit for nothing but moving shit and picking up shit and I agree with that whole thing. That's what we built for.
You sound like you saying we built to serve.
I'm not saying that shit at all.
I'm just asking.
I'm just saying. I'm saying.
I
don't know if I had too much to drink, but it sounds like you were saying we built to serve.
I can compartmentalize great.
Okay, do that shit for me then, because I'm retarded, so you got to explain it to me.
Women's bodies are definitely more important than men's.
Okay.
I'm talking about the physical, the orifices.
And you say we strong and we like lift shit.
No. I'm saying our bodies ain't shit. A man's body, a man body stank.
Right.
It don't got skin is weird. Like you ever been in the car and you and your homeboy's elbow touch too close? You be like, God damn, bro, get off me, bro. That's the weirdest shit ever. You ever been driving and touch your homeboy elbow in the car? You be like, God, you gotta cut the music up loud. Saying that shit was wild. Men's bodies ain't shit. I don't see what women are physically attracted to when it comes to men, right? But women are beautiful. Y'all are just, it's just physically you are more special and delicate than us, if that makes sense, right? Now you talking about life functions? No. Life functions, men are more important.
Shit.
Let me not more important.
Nah, bro.
Let me not pour. I ain't gonna never get no pussy. I'm gonna have to be a bitch ass nigga after this shit.
So what you say? So hold on. What you was trying to rewind up out of? Yeah, men are more important. Go from there.
Men are more important to the structure of life that we live. I mean, I can go down the list. Do you know a female government? I'll wait. I mean, you don't have to pick, travel the globe in your mind. Is there a female government?
But it ain't a black government either, though.
I'm not arguing with that either. It is not a black government, which on the last show I said it should be.
Right.
And we ain't gonna never have shit until we form one.
So I just said that because there's not a woman's government, because it's like there's a shift before shit happens like that. You feel what I'm saying? So
you know how much power women got? Women ain't got their way with a whole bunch of other shit. They not trying to start government.
Right, but
women are the most powerful creatures on the world. If they wanted their own government, they don't gotta wait like black people.
But that also goes to my point where I was making earlier, is that women they are the most powerful creatures on the planet, but they don't know it.
But and they don't know.
And no, y'all don't know how to act on it. You don't know how to take advantage of it,
because they want the shit we want.
Yeah,
and that's
you don't know how to take advantage of it.
Use it for.
Like it's like women have lost touch with like femininity. Like it's like the most important thing to a man. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just like, once you lose touch with that and you trying to be a man, it's almost like, bro, like that ain't what we signed up for. That ain't what we here for. That ain't what we're attracted to. But once you learn how to be a woman, and it's just like you can still be dominant in that same light, just by being feminine and just being a woman. It's that, like, that softness is fucking something that is valued. You feel me? It's valued high. Like, I don't need hard. Like you say, like, I just bumped my homeboy motherfucking elbow in the car. That's hard. I don't need that. You feel me? It's like we search for softness, and it's like women don't want to be fucking soft.
You can get whatever you want out your man through submission.
Man,
I don't know
100%.
why women that barking and setting your standards and attitude and all that shit ain't gonna get you nowhere, because men don't give a fuck.
It's dead.
Right. No, it ain't dead. It's the new. It's the new now.
It's the new now.
It don't work. It's not
for
functional.
some of us women. I can speak for myself. Like we are soft and we are gentle and we,
I believe that because you did ask for a lot. Like you asked for permission. Like, can I go here? Can I go there?
But we also had a woman smoke a cigarette on this bitch too. So
right,
everybody.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. I'm saying.
We
Speaking for myself.
5 per square in this bitch.
Speaking for myself, there are still women out there that do like all that gushy, lovey shit. You know that some women are like, where's my money?
You think y'all would start a good government? You think if women had their own systems, like if men forfeited and y'all would just run shit, you think it'd be dope?
Them motherfuckers wouldn't get along to be able to goddamn keep the government right.
I think
it would definitely be chaos.
There are some level-headed women out here.
There are. And they usually don't work well together either.
But hold on, go ahead. What do you think your government will be? I'm just curious.
I mean, there's some level-headed women out here, that there are other level-headed women out here that can come together and definitely form a government, most definitely. Right. Like women that are starting their own clothing brands or, podcasts or et cetera. Like, they come together and they do that shit and it works out and they make their money and people, listen and...
Yeah, they definitely won't have no army though. They would have no army.
If you had an all-female government, it'd be sheer chaos.
Yeah. But I think it'll be a different kind of chaos than the chaos that men create. We create catastrophic chaos. So that's why I just feel like the world, if the world was ran off of like, especially not the human side of it, just compassion and love, things would be a lot different. And that's what, like, the balance that is missing from a woman. We just got a bunch of fucking testosterone, just fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we petted it.
We fucking shit up.
A lot of dick contests and all.
Yeah, we fucking up. We fucking shit up, boy.
Yeah,
we fucking shit up bad.
But just so y'all understand, before we close out and all that, I know people struggle with compartmentalizing, and I gotta wear the bad guy crown on this show because. That's just, I don't know, some kind of way out.
Ain't nobody put no crown on you but you, man.
Now, listen, I've gotten, you can read the comments, you can see, like, the perspectives of people, and I don't want women to think at all. If you listen to what I said that you are the most important people on the planet. Your role is the most important. Completion is everything. Okay. Men aren't shit without women. That's what I said. All that serving bullshit that I went against.
You did say that.
We don't expect you to kiss our feet.
You did say though. You did say when it comes to
what I say.
When it comes to like running the world, men are superior.
We are.
Yes, you did.
And I agree. I stand on that. I have listen.
So men are superior
in that aspect. When it comes,
I'm fucking with you. Man.
One thing about me though, listen, I have very strong opinions, but when the facts change, so will my opinion. Mm-hmm. I'm not stubborn like that. You feel me? So women can argue me down all day. All right, but where your facts at to go with that? I can show you and also the chaos that men have brought to the world.
You can show us a list of some shit that we done fucked up longer than that too.
Absolutely.
Right.
I'm not saying that we're perfect beings by far.
No.
But I can show you the developments that men have had that have changed the world.
Yeah, but
by the droves.
Yeah, all I'm saying though is that I don't feel like they're like men should just be running shit. I feel like that it's a balance. Like it's
very much.
And we don't have that balance.
And that's why I say as leaders, that's why it was
balance you out.
Right, and that's why it was inappropriate at a time when women didn't have a voice. I do not agree with that. You
crazy.
Feel me?
Yeah.
Men aren't the best at everything. That's why I say a good leader will delegate his power. Like, I'm not going to debate with you if you're my woman on every single issue. I have things that are important to you or that you are better at than me, then that's just yours. Nobody got to come to me. When I come home and you make a decision about that, whatever, I'm not going to question you or why you did that or if you, like, I'm terrible at managing money. You feel me? So any woman that I date, I know she will have to manage the money. I can make the money, but she should manage it. And when she come to me and say, we don't need to purchase that or we don't need to do that, I'm not questioning her. You feel me? She is better at that than me, and as a good leader, I should recognize that. Does that make that makes perfect sense, right? So that's all I'm saying. Sure, I'm not saying women shouldn't have a voice or men are perfect by far. Fuck no. You understand what I'm saying? All I'm saying is there are aspects that we have leading the world and shit like that. That's what we're meant for, brother. We are kings. We are the dominant. You understand what I'm saying? It's just that anything that comes with power, people can abuse. And men have abused power, whether it was race, and we have used it in the form of gender. You understand what I'm saying? We've abused each other based on color, and we've abused women based because they were inferior to us physically. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not for that shit either. But I do believe that men are kings. I do believe you're supposed to operate and function in a certain way. And if you're a great leader, your woman will feel empowered. You know what I'm saying?
I can agree with that.
Right. So that's all I'm saying. I don't want to just confuse the gender roles because it'll be a bitch out there like, you supposed to serve me. I'm like, bitch, I'm not. The fuck that you a bone face said. And I'll be like, man. So I just want to get that clear.
Nah, I feel like we were built to serve. It's yeah, I don't want people to confuse that either, but
right.
I don't mean like we fucking just supposed to be like kissing your feet.
Yeah,
it's just like
no.
I feel like we were made for you guys. I don't feel like, you feel me? That don't mean that we don't have a balance there.
Well, that's cool.
Like we don't get shit back. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Balance.
We get shit back.
Balance is the key.
Yeah, but the shit that we get back is the shit that pushes us to serve.
Yeah. I got you, man.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
I won't go on my little rant about my life and all that shit like I normally do every podcast. I have something personal that I talk about. But
yeah, and I will say this though, man. I was saying it earlier, man. Women gotta figure out how to put the value back in pussy. Cause boy, the value it's so hard for women to get the shit that women deserve because the pussy ain't got no power no more. And that was like the driving force before anything. If a man didn't even like you, you feel me? He still wanted some pussy.
But it was an agreed standard at that time. Even men agreed at a point in time in life, we went from the barbaric stage where we took pussy. That was incorrect, right? And then we went to the stage where we actually honor women. If you wanted someone, you courted them, you met the parents, you went and asked for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and my thing is like no matter the time or how it went about getting, it's always been the most important thing on the planet.
Pussy, and always and forever will be.
Yeah, so that's all I'm saying.
But now it's used that as a.
But if it's so all over the place, even it's just like water, right? Water is one of the most important things on this earth. But how often have you turn the shower on, let that bitch run for 5-10 minutes before you get in it?
Right, so I'm saying.
And it's like you don't value it like you should because there's an abundance of it. But the second we have a shortage and there's no water, everybody's water is suddenly important again. So my thing is like because women, a lot of women make it bad for other women. Like you might have somebody that's trying to hold out for exactly what they deserve, what they feel like they want. And it's like this person is willing to go through the hoops, but if it's some loose pussy just running around out here, what I'm going through these hoops for.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is that basically, you confused?
No, I'm not confused. I disagree.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. But yeah, I just want to make sure you don't confuse. You look confused.
No. I disagree.
Yeah, but I just feel like the value of it is not what it used to be. It's just it's not what it used to be, and once it gets back to where it's supposed to be, you'll have a little more power.
I mean, but I still
for some
think,
women.
Yeah, for some, I still think and I know we getting close on time, but I still think it's a lot of power in pussy.
Most definitely.
Right, but I think it's being used inappropriately because women are confusing attention with power. You feel me?
Right.
Women are willing to. I think the women with the standards are now coming down with it because they think that the men are showing love to the women with no standards.
Right.
And we're just showing them attention. That's still not the women we want. That's still not the women we take on.
I agree with that.
Whether we like her or follow her or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so don't get it confused. Sure, we'll take the loose pussy running around right there. If it run across you, I'll grab it and go about my business. But I still want the unobtainable.
Of course, but my point, all I'm saying is I agree with 100% with what you're saying, but what I'm saying is it's a lot easier to kind of not chase so hard on the unattainable when you have something there to replace, even if it's not what you want. Right, it's almost like starvation is different when you have nothing to eat. Versus having you want a steak, but we got noodles here. Yeah. You feel me? You ain't doing everything it takes to get that steak because you got something to kind of suppress your hunger a little bit. Right. So it's the same thing with women. If there wasn't so much loose pussy run around here, we would work a little harder for the shit that we want. You feel what I'm saying? Or the shit that we want will have more value. Right. You feel me? But it's just like the loose shit sometimes take the attention off of like what you're supposed to do. It's a distraction in a sense.
I don't want to stop the loose pussy from running around. I don't want to agree with that.
I know you don't, but you just came back and said the same thing I said. So you kind of
No. I'm saying though, there is. I think there will always be a place for loose pussy.
1,000%.
Right.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Exactly. But men will always want it's still, to me, it raises the standard of the women. It's supply and demand. Yes. Right. So now the women who aren't acting that way, those are the women who I desire more than.
There we go.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you know, those group of women feel like they're using their pussy appropriately.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
They feel like they feel like they're using it for cash value, Birkin bags, whatever they use. You know what I mean? Right. They feel like you can't tell them because they think tangible is value. You see what I'm saying? So they think they're using it appropriately, while the women who are using it to achieve a certain type of relationship, a certain type of bond between a man, that's the real way you're supposed to use it. Yeah. So I get what you're saying though, but I feel like men are always going to, because if we saying men aren't faithful, which they aren't, you always gonna get a little bit of both. You always gonna
I'm saying is that if there was just one version of it, shit would be a little different. But there's never gonna not be more than one version of it.
Versions, yeah.
Well, I'm looking for
and that's why we value the.
Say what?
I'm looking for a good woman.
I thought you were going to say you're looking for a
good loose piece. Listen, I get this bad rap on the show, but like you said on the last podcast, I'm probably the best boyfriend, and I've always said that. I believe that any girl I date, I'm gonna be probably the best person.
But still unfaithful.
But that's anywhere you can go. You only have two options. You can take the man who loves you enough to tell you, or you're gonna get the man who deceives you. There's a difference between of lying and deceiving. And those men set you up from the jump. There are women wasting the best years of their life on deception. You have married into deception. You've had a child based on deception. Women give the 10, 15, 20 years of their life to find out that man is exactly who I said he was. I could have told you that day one. But you fell in love with the perception. While the best guy for you, the guy who would have really loved you and really made you the most happy, sure, you would have had to deal with some unfaithfulness as far as what you some. I'm not telling you to just fuck the dude who fucking that's not the dude for you. You feel me? So there would have been some unfaithfulness, but he would have gave you the best of him. It would have been no deception there. And when you go to the grave, when you die, you don't have to worry about the woman popping up on the other seat and the whatever. And you feel me?
Another question then, since we already here, shit, we got a few more minutes. You with a man 15 years, right? And same dude, he good to you, whole nine, whatever, right? And he's cheated on you twice in those 15 years. Is he a good man?
Yes.
All right.
Do you truly mean that?
I truly mean that. For me, if I was with a man for 15 years, married, not married.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. No, if we're with each other for 15 years and he cheats on me 2 times, like it doesn't take away from the good that he is.
Right.
You want me?
We getting somewhere in life. We're making progress.
But you want to know why I answered that? Why I asked that question there? I just wanted to hear how she answered it. I knew what she was going to say.
Right.
I wanted to hear how she answered it.
Wow.
And I just said, you've been with a dude 15 years.
Right.
He's cheated twice.
Right.
And she was still sad and depressed about that.
She still felt, but she said,
"Don't tell me how I feel."
No, but I'm saying
now we talking. Go ahead,
right. But
tell him. She said,
my thing is like the like the hard pause. Like if I ask you a question, I
gotta swallow.
I get that. That's my point. My point is 15 years, 2 times. Right. And it's a hard pill to swallow.
Yes, most
definitely. Man, you're like,
that is insane. I want to give him a fucking award.
Yeah, that's a good nigga. Like, that's a great dude.
Wow,
it is a great dude.
2 years and 2 times is you need a goddamn you need a little trophy.
It's not that I don't agree with you.
Yeah, but you know
they just not accepting.
They're not accepting.
They're not taking one a year.
But that's what I meant by that's what I meant.
Even
by,
that should be a decent standard.
And that's what I wasn't trying to tell you how you felt, but I was just saying like the way you answered it, like what's the way? Like damn, that's tough.
I wonder should women negotiate they cheat then? Like maybe you should meet a dude and you like when y'all agree that y'all gonna be together. Like let's negotiate. Yeah, let's negotiate. Like I think I can honestly deal with that though. If you say like I can get one every 3 or one every other year, I'm bi-yearly a cheater.
Yeah.
I can deal with that. So this my faithful year and you got me, you know what I'm saying? Cool. And next year it's just gonna be a hot boy summer.
Listen,
it turns like this my year.
If you knew that you got one day to fuck off, you wouldn't live through it.
I'm cutting up.
You gonna die.
But it's my day.
You gonna die.
Just don't bother me.
You gonna die.
But I'm back yours tomorrow though.
So
you're not gonna live to see tomorrow.
Do y'all think every man cheats on his bachelorette party?
No. I feel like that's the most. And see, this is the difference between character. That is the most disrespectful shit in the world. That's the shit we talking about.
I said that on the old podcast. I said that at the old podcast. I said if you cheat at your bachelor party, you shouldn't be getting married. You shouldn't be getting married. That's the last thing that should be on your mind. Is more pussy when you finna get married.
That is a woman marrying into deception. Right. I want you to think about that level of character. Do you know how many women this has happened? Millions of women are still with that guy now, right? So that means the day before or the week of the most important day of your life for your union, he thought about fucking another woman.
Right.
You dead.
That's not correct.
You dead meat.
Right.
If your husband cheats at your bachelor party and you find out that he got some head or got some pussy, anything on that night, go file for divorce.
Exactly.
Because you dead. You've been living a lie.
But women will never know, bro. They live in that reality, and they'll turn their nose up at a dude like me or you because they think they got the best thing in the world at home, and you got that kind of man.
Man, I said it to you in the car the other day. I said, bro, is it really worth it? And you was like, what? I'm like, bro, like just being honest. I'm like, yes. I had such an easy time as a liar. But it's like you start fucking telling the truth and now you become the biggest dick on the planet. Right. And most of the time they don't believe the fucking truth. Right. So it's like you still a liar.
You make it easier for the liars now because they just like, nah,
I'm
that
like,
nigga
bro,
bullshit.
Like, I literally like told motherfuckers exactly what's going on.
If y'all don't take nothing from this podcast, women understand this is why y'all end up repeatedly with bad men because it is so easy for you to reject this. A man, we know as men you don't want to hear this. We know y'all don't want to hear there's no loyal men. We starting this podcast, we know this is not what you want to hear. So how easy is it for me to sit across from you and just say what you want to hear? Like, yeah, babe, I am that guy. I will never look at another woman, never touch one. I'm a sapiosexual. I'm into minds. And women be over there eating that shit. Oh, what are you, a Gemini? It don't matter what I am. I'm fucking. Yeah, I'm just trying to fuck. Scorpio, Capricorn, whatever. And they just like, they'll eat that shit up. Like, whatever you into, like, yeah, baby, I agree. And you'll frown up at all the other men like us telling you the truth. And we the real population you should choose from. There is no heartbreak here if you can accept what's going on. That deception gonna lead you down, and you'll re-sign up for it every time, because all women really want is just tell me what I want to hear, bro.
Yeah, feel good.
Yeah, just tell me I'm the only one. Just make me feel like just tell me you different. It's the best line in the world, and fuck niggas eat that shit up. So
yeah, man.
If y'all don't take nothing else, just please take that from me. We really like, I think we can address this all men cheat shit so far down the line, bro. We should start breaking this shit up into like segments and how deep this shit go. I think we need to take women on like a safari. Man, maybe we should do that though. Yeah. You think we should do like get the camera guy, like get you boy to follow us around? We need to take women like on a real dude safari. Like you gonna do everything that like dudes in a relationship do. And you're going to get to see it. You don't know these dudes from nowhere. Yeah, just be a fly on the wall. Don't just watch. They're going to do everything in front of you. That shit'll blow women's mind,
fuck them up. But just like I think on the opposite side, it'll fuck us up if we got to be a fly on the wall and hear them.
But they be serious. Like, if you can hear them talk, it'll probably change your perspective. Right. Bro. But they don't want to be fucked like that, man. They don't want to be like.
Yeah, I feel you.
All right, man. Let's go get up out of here. Harley? Did I say it right?
There we go.
Harley.
That's it, right there.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm sorry. It made it seem like we were like tag teaming you. And that sounded weird. I saw him laugh. I didn't mean it like that. Mm-hmm. We were like tag teaming you in the conversation. Mm-hmm. That's what I meant. You know, and it's a conversation like, and I thank you for holding it up for women. There are going to be a bunch of women who agree with you and standing up for that loyalty topic, because most women feel like that. Every time we had that conversation, that's how women respond.
That shit just sounds so sweet. It just sounds like a movie. Everybody want the fairy tale. That shit ain't real.
But see, I've met men that are completely honest and be like, Harley, I don't want a relationship. Mm-hmm. I honestly am not a good dude right now. I'm not in a good space, and I don't want to hurt you. So we could be friends, and I'ma still do what I'ma do, and
good quality dude,
right? And I mean,
motherfucker like that
guy is still good.
I was gonna say, motherfucker like that know they gonna get some pussy.
But listen, think about how dope this is. What if that guy? So obviously you were interested. They just told you that they weren't, right?
No, they were interested, but at the time,
but he was telling you he wasn't in that space,
right?
Right. So y'all agreed. How easy would it have been for him to just say, "Yeah, I'm in that space"?
Right.
What if he said that? You'd have fucked. Y'all was both interested, right? You would have been with that. That'd have been your boyfriend. There's plenty of women who got 3-month boyfriends. That's just a quick fuck and they out 3, 4, 5 months. Like that's just what that was. He lied to you from the beginning and he was out. I'm just saying that's how easy it is for some guy. That's when you said that he said that, I was like, that's a good quality dude. Yeah. He took the road less traveled.
Right.
He knew the chances. I'm going to tell you this. If you want to fuck with me, do it at your own risk. So he knew the chances of him getting some pussy was slim to none, but he took the high road. I'll fuck with that. Good character dude. That's the road I take every time. If I'm not interested, if I am truly interested in you, nowadays at my age, like I said, we'll age out, right?
How old are you?
35.
Okay.
So at my age, I hate that I said I got an album dropping now. It sound weird. Right? But at 35, like literally, if I approach you, I'm interested. I don't even waste time. It just, like I said, you chase out. You know what I mean? So anybody that I approach, I'm generally interested.
It has to go with the 3 things, right?
What's that?
Age.
Yes.
Cripple.
Or religion.
And religion.
Put that on a shirt. Only man is favor. Age, cripples, and religion, baby. Yeah. Agreed? Agreed. Hey, man, listen. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is Anxiety Issues Podcast. I am Adam 12 Taylor. This is my brother and co-host, the richest guy I know, also Boneface and Boneface Inc.
Y'all buy that shit you want to. I ain't got nothing.
Thank y'all for tuning in.